What do you know? We're back. We're still in New Orleans. We haven't left. It's round 12. CSW, Collins International Lexicon Dictionary, etc., etc. We have Josh Sokol. He's going to be back after that tough loss against Erickson Smith. He may have more of a chance this game because he's playing Kevin Fraley, who is not quite as tall as Josh.
The average height has decreased to 6'6".
Yeah. So I think Josh should be okay here. No. But for real, this should be a fun game. Kevin's always a pleasure to watch. Josh, can kind of do his all over the place style. Kevin, quite methodical, pretty slow. Often can get closer to some of the time pressure, but again, immense word knowledge.
Yeah, Kevin's just had outstanding success over the last, I don't know, decade in both lexicons. One of the few multi-lexical warriors. Although I think he's now fully on the Collins side, but he's really proven his mettle in both the lexico, which is really impressive.
Yeah, because he was kind of coming up when I was coming up in the mid 2000s in the Bay Area, and I think he, largely speaking, kind of took a break or like a partial break for a while. I think when he had kids, and then came back with like a vengeance. Like, my goodness. Yeah, what's that like, taking a break from Scrabble to?
It's not always so much a premeditated thing as much as a survival tactic.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Could have started with finito. Starts with ganif, a valid spelling of ganif, mind you.
Yeah, finito. Naked G's are bad, even with a couple of I's on the board and an N. G's that's generally not where you want to build a rack off of. IT is already every difference or every little bit counts in the early stages of the game, and keeping that IT is already a significant upgrade over the G.
Good old naked G's.
I don't know why I use that terminology, but I don't regret it.
Would do again. It's be interesting to see how Kevin starts off here. Kind of feels like his best play is pretty obvious, but as I mentioned, he tends to play on the more slow side earlier in the game. Not quite to like the classic Pecorn level, but I definitely think of Kevin whose game speeds up throughout the game. I guess sometimes
possibly out of necessity.
Yeah. So it's kind of like I feel like you often are one of the start slower, finish faster. I'm not implying out of necessity.
Also out of necessity. I'm not
fair.
You could do a hem here, which would set up Vex. I don't know that it's really any better than just playing the X now, but I feel like I had to point it out because it's whenever you have these power tiles early on, and there's not a lot of obvious spots for them yet, there can be a edge. Oh, okay, interesting. There could be a premium on creating spots for yourself. And yeah, hex is pretty standard. I guess the reason to play a hem is the M and V combo is quite poor.
Yeah.
And I would like to offer myself a pathway out of that.
Yeah.
But very reasonable play.
Yeah. And the M being quite a good tile, it's really like where you want to have a plan for getting rid of the V next turn if at all possible.
Right. On Josh's side here, I'm doing my best to read these stream comments with a poker face. But Josh is in a nice place here. He has an S. And I think the pathway I would love to follow here in his shoes is play off my worst tiles. Maybe literally just play off the YU, draw a bingo that hooks Ganifs, and take an early lead.
Yeah.
What do you think of just YU here? U and Goo.
I mean, it's tempting. The one thing that does come to mind is he does have the RY, like Rho and Yen.
Yeah, that might be too good. That's right. You can just do Airy there.
Yeah, Airy. I don't really love keeping the UIT, to your point, but like it's a lot of points.
He could play sorry there, Saury, but
Mm,
the S is
yeah.
super important to hold on to early. We just got a representation of how much Josh values the S when he
Yeah.
passed up the 24 points last game to keep
Yeah.
that and
Yeah.
or to keep the S and just exchange instead of taking the 24.
Yeah. I did ask him about that. Folks noticed I did go over to chat, and he did see Kufi's. He saw Kufi as well, but was like, he has to have an S after. Or he said specifically, an S is very far into his range after the opening play.
Yeah, Josh is one of our premium streamers. I find him extremely generous with his insights and strategic thinking.
Yeah.
Just really earnest about the quest to improve and sharing that with other people. I love discussing Scrabble strategy
Yeah.
with him.
Do you ever consider, so this play, he could play Airy or Airy, Airy or Ary? Would you ever consider keeping the I for the worst leave and one fewer point just because of all the hooks for Airy? I know it's a bit of confirmation bias here, as it would be great for Kevin's rack to be able to hook the V. Do you ever consider the sacrifice there, or is this just all in on the Bing?
Definitely. I think the I is not substantially worse. I mean, the I and the U are that's a pretty nasty combination. But if you could play a U next turn, then you like IST.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think ARY is the way to go here. There are actually a lot of plays for by playing Airy AIRY there, like very hairy, very.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of an amusing set, actually. Now that I say it out loud.
Yeah. And I mean, this isn't exactly like, I wanted to make sure it wasn't so much the confirmation bias, knowing that it's so good. Ooh.
Try again, Josh. The universe is saying this is your chance to play Koofies
Yeah.
this time. Are you going to play me?
And who knows, if he had played AIRY, maybe he picks up another R and has turf ski.
Oh my goodness.
Or maybe he draws the Q. Most likely he draws the Q, if we're being honest. Plays
Right.
quits for her court for 50. So whatever. Anyway, ARY did win a sim for those playing at home.
Yeah, good decision there.
Yeah. Ovum seems pretty reasonable. Kevin maybe heard that we were talking about him playing on the slower side and wanted to prove us wrong, kind of like Matthew O'Connor taking 97 minutes to play a game yesterday.
Well, it's the classic, as a relatively methodical player, it's the classic, you're aware that you're slow and therefore you try to catch up when you can. And sometimes that can actually get you in trouble and you rush a play that you should think more about. But Ovum looks super solid.
Yeah.
He played off his 4 worst letters and kept his 3 best letters. That's the basis for a successful turn.
Yeah, it's pretty funny here that Josh definitely has to consider where he's going to play Kufi this time, or if he wants to drop the S. I don't think he wants to drop the S.
Do it.
I do think we are going to see the F hook on Ganef, though.
Oh, cool. Is that reason? He picked this down. Oh man,
it's pretty funny that we know he's thinking about the words. So
maximal troll.
Yeah, I have to imagine this is the right play. Even keeping the IT to go with the S, it's not impossible that he actually could do the full underlap next turn with Ganef's KI and.
Yeah, this is really cool. It's hard to tell exactly where this is going to go, but it's clearly a lucrative thing to set up. He could even bingo underneath Kufi if he gets really lucky and get like 100-point bingo. This is looking really promising.
Chat wants to know how many times you played Nigel in a World Championship finals.
Yeah, twice. Although the one asterisk is that we've had, like many parts of the Scrabble scene, it has been a bit fragmented. So there was a time when there was the WESPA players, the WESPA championship, and then there was also a World Scrabble championship.
Oh yeah.
So I played him once in the WESPA championship, once in the World Scrabble championship.
Got it. Yeah.
Him being Nigel Richards, the undisputed greatest of the greats, greatest Scrabble player there will ever be. Not that that'll stop us from trying.
Yeah. So I have to imagine one of the most memorable finals for you against Nigel had to have been King's Cup.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was very cool. I got to play. So King's Cup is a legendary tournament in Thailand. Scrabble is hugely popular in Thailand, especially as a scholastic sport. There are
Yeah.
tens of thousands of Thai school children who play a range of um, word and number based games. Very prestigious, highly regarded. There's some adults, although fewer. I got to play on stage at King's Cup with a live announcer announcing in Thai,
Yeah.
giant board. It's one of those really special experiences. Golair comes in. That is super interesting.
Yeah.
Wow, 25 points.
An interesting one. I mean,
Not valuing the bingo potential there, Rack, at all.
yeah, there's just
Interesting.
there's nowhere to bingo, I guess, is kind of the problem.
Yeah, I like the decision. I mean, he's
Yeah.
basically saying, look, these letters might be good in the abstract, but
Yeah.
even if I draw well, I mean, he needs an N for novum.
Yep.
Needs an S. Could really use a blank. I mean, we could always use a blank,
Always use
but
it, like, yeah.
I think, yeah, I actually really like him deciding to blow things up and play long here. I don't know if that's Kevin's style, or I
Yeah.
think that kind of is. I haven't seen Kevin fish a ton, so maybe that's just
He
actually a stylistic
yeah.
preference. But
He tends to fish when he's low on time.
I see.
Yeah. Which is reasonable. You see an easier path forward, you just take it.
Yeah.
Gullier, however you pronounce it, crushes the sim, by the way. So great.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's a great play.
Yeah.
I mean, keeping a C, it does have some disaster potential. You could draw some pretty funky stuff here,
Yeah.
flipping over 6 tiles, but you could also draw the blank or an S or
Yeah.
draw
Or jicama.
Jicama.
Well, there's an AMA there. I don't know. Oh, well, he draws Munchen.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Someone could play JIC
I'm
and
just I'm neutral.
yeah.
But he draws Munich. He's gonna be munching on some point.
Lunchmen. That's gonna be us in 30 minutes.
Oh, I can't wait. I think I'm having a burger for lunch today. Oh,
Oof.
yeah. You're both actually snacking a little bit during the break, so don't tell anyone.
It is Mardi Gras. There is a lot of king cake floating around. If you're not familiar with king cake, it is probably a survival ration legally due to the caloric density. It's pretty delightfully sinful. Good for a New Orleans visit.
Yeah, definitely. Josh taking his time here, of course, has less time than Kevin. Since we mentioned this, we now are going to manifest it for everyone. I don't know. If you're Josh, you could just kind of go ahead and take the points here. Call cash the S with Gonifs. I don't really like opening that triple lane too much, but like again, what can he even do?
Yeah, one of these markers of expertdom is when you have a setup or a hook, just knowing when to cash it in and when to let it roll a little longer.
Yeah.
And yeah, here it's just because of the paucity of alternatives. I think I would cash it in and go. I think Ritz, WRITS. I think it's funny when you see your opponent make a long play like that and go for the blanks. A lot of times I think, hey, I should probably do that too.
Yeah.
He could also do wits here and keep DIR, but kind of like we mentioned, I don't know how valuable the R actually is on this board. Like you really want to get an N or an S or one of the blanks. So I think Ritz and going fully blowing it up is the way to go. And sometimes you do get back some points. Ritz is kind of safe because you can't double the letter. If you play to the triple word score, you can't double the letter because the W is right on top of the double letter score. So I think Ritz is actually quite safe.
Mm-hmm. No, that makes sense. I could see going through Josh's head the risk of burning the S now is, again, just like last game, the potential S hook on Kufi makes the value of an S so high. And so maybe that's the kind of volatility he's trying to avoid. If your other option is a wit for 14, like, which it does look like he's played.
Yeah, he lets it roll one more time. This is really cool.
Yeah.
I like it because I think I personally would have done Ritz, but he basically just says, you know what? I'm going to block this other hook elsewhere on the board.
Yeah.
I'm just going to, it may even be a partially playing Kevin. This may be his thought of like, well, Kevin has formidable word knowledge, and I'm just
Yeah.
going to gum up the works and keep it tight while I can.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think Kevin is going to be too perturbed. He has big scoring play that also opens some new bingo lanes.
Yeah.
And I sort of wonder if this is one step too far. But I like the creativity of wit.
Yeah. I think I'm probably taking points last turn as well, for whatever that is or is not worth. Mostly for all the reasons you said, but
Yes, I mean, so now what do you do, right? So do
yeah.
you I think you just burn an S and score and then say, well, I can still hook koofies.
Yeah. Yeah, now for sure, because you're saving an S. You should be able to get some.
Yeah, but I don't think you love what this board has turned into in Josh's shoes, because now you have a lane on the second column of the board. You have the twit
Yeah.
hook.
Yeah.
And I think he was trying to turn this into a very tight setup where
Right.
he had all the key letters, and
Yeah.
he hasn't even drawn badly. It's just not how things have panned out.
One, of course, nice thing about I'm assuming you play like DORS or DONS or whatever here is it does make the Munchie hook a little less hectic. It's still hectic.
Right, Munchie takes the Y here.
Yeah.
Actually, a Y would be a formidable tile. The
Yeah.
KY is also
KY,
there.
yeah. So I do expect Josh to play for the whatever 30-ish points.
Almost has dishorns through the
Oh,
H
yeah.
here, which would be it would take a little bit of squinting, but
Yeah.
if you could play through the H under the K, under the U, that would be, I think, approximately 750 points or so.
Yeah. Seems about right.
I almost, it's not there. If he had an A instead of an I, he would have Shorans and Ganefs, which would be really,
Ooh, yeah.
that'd be pretty nasty. Uh,
Yeah, Baxwest points out last game maybe having an effect on Josh. Maybe he's overthinking things. I mean, I think it's
I hope not.
I hope not, but like I see the perspective after you came like you were winning a game and it's just like kind of just got ripped out from under you and kind of questioning some of the things.
I told him he played great because
Yeah.
it's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hard. It's really easy from our perspective
Yeah.
with the analysis software to pronounce on
Yeah.
what's best. And it's really hard in the hot, even with the experience that these guys have of
Yeah.
being at the top and having that extra scrutiny, it's still really tough.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, speaking from personal experience, like kind of blowing my chances at a world championship once on stream, just like an otherwise perfect game, and I made which was one idiotic play that cost me pretty much everything. It's hard to come back from that. And Josh is, he's an emotional person. I think it's one of his strengths in many ways. So
Puts a lot of heart into the
yeah,
game for sure.
yeah,
Yeah, I think I like this play.
yeah,
Keep the I instead of the O. That's interesting. The I and the R, I don't think of as great friends, but I guess OR is not really better. I think this was the right call though.
yeah,
Took a while to get there, I gotta say. He's only got 13 minutes left and we're just a few moves into the game. So
yeah,
it's definitely something to keep an eye on.
yeah. I could see holding the O just because it goes next to wit versus the I doesn't, but that's pretty minor in the
Minor,
grand scheme
but
of
that could be
things.
what he was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Of course, he immediately draws an O. Oh my. Okay. Well, that's certainly a draw.
Yeah.
Certainly a vibe.
how that happened.
We're still plugged in.
Are we back?
I'm guessing we're back now. Please confirm.
Did I kick something? That's probably
so.
what happened.
I don't know. But I'm sure it's back because it was literally just the microphone input.
All right, what did I say? Basically, the 1 cent summary is Josh needs to play J, Z, and then bingo. And Kevin's rack, I didn't say that much about because he appears to have thrown it all back. It's thematic with playing Galere. It's basically saying, like, I'm not going through this junk. Let's reach for the bingo again.
I'm not going to lie. I don't even know what it was.
It was bad.
It was bad. Well,
he's just reaching into the towel bag again, trying to come up with a blank, and makes a ton of sense to me. I also did it fast again, so yeah. Hopefully, I wonder what happened there. That was I was saying very wise things while no one could hear me. By the way, just so you all know.
Yeah. He actually solved this game before it even happened.
That's right.
Yeah.
I know the remaining plays.
Yeah. Budak is telling you to stop breaking things.
Easier said than done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fosier comes down. So this is, if I were going to quibble, I think he would probably want to play off a bit fewer tiles. But could he have maybe done Zoe there? I guess it gives back too many points. I was thinking Zoe and Al, but it gives back so many free points.
Yeah, so many even.
So many. Paginate does not go down, crucially.
Yeah.
And through that eye. If the eye were one spot higher, we would be seeing Paginate.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, I think, Fosier probably, with his options, the correct play, also kind of dodged a bullet, given Kevin's letters.
Yes.
And especially looking at Josh's letters now.
Yeah, the blanks are just stubbornly refusing to come out, which is pretty interesting. Kevin here, I mean, we've seen him play through racks, play through a lot of tiles. I think he can afford to be a little bit fishy here. Maybe just play Gap next to Wit.
Yeah, which will not quite block Re-Risen.
Yeah, that's right.
But
we can see Re-Risen is going to come down to the left of EME and making NUR as well.
But if you look at the tile pool, it's all 1-pointers. There's a B, C, P, Q, Y is it, and then there's three Ds and stuff.
Yeah, Josh is gonna bingo no matter what. He has resinier through the eye.
True. Yeah.
More resiny. That's
resonating.
That's how I've described things many a time in my life.
Absolutely.
This king cake was resinier than the other king cake.
Goodness.
Gap goes down. 26 points. Kevin had a bit of a deficit here, I guess, from exchanging a couple times and Josh scoring steadily. I haven't really been thinking of Kevin as trailing by that much, but it is a bingo margin at this point. And of course, after Josh puts down his next bingo, he's going to be up about 100, but Kevin is going to have very good tiles and a pretty open board to bingo on and try to riposte.
Yeah, he really needs to draw a bingo here.
It's a great time for a good draw.
Yeah. Because effectively, Josh played Zhao and Fosier for a bingo spread out over 2 turns, and Kevin
had to exchange.
Yeah, and Kevin decided to draw AEO.
Cursed him.
So, well.
Oh no.
Yikes! I mean, in fairness, a lot of A's left, a lot of E's left. So
it's not surprising. Yeah, it's not out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
But Kevin with the insta eye rub after that. It's like wake me up from this.
Yeah.
From this drawing funk.
It's I don't know, like. At this stage in my life, like when I have games like this, I'm just like, I could be doing literally anything else with my weekend other than drawing AEO to AENT. Like, what have I done? I know, like, it's how the game works, but
sure. I mean, it's so funny. Painful. This is going to sound perverse, and I think I've talked about it when I've casted before. I actually like drawing bad because I love drawing bad and still winning. Like the feeling when your opponent is like, well, I kind of had everything and you still won.
Yeah.
Nothing's better than that.
Yeah. But I don't know how you do that with AEO.
No.
God, this is dreadful.
Yeah, I mean, you basically just play an AO and just kind of
Yeah.
You could do Oat here, I guess. Oat and Team. You definitely. Well, if you can see Josh's rack, you don't want him to play QI for 68, but more generally, I don't think you want to leave that scoring spot. Scoring spots are your friend when you're ahead.
Right. Maybe a Noah or something. I don't know. There's not too many E's left. There's a lot of T's left. God, T's are so bad here. You look at the pool and he still has all the wrong letters. Like, oh, that's gross.
It's too bad. It's too bad NEME isn't a word.
Yeah.
That would help. He could just play Oat here, Oat and Team TEME.
Yeah,
I think that looks okay. 23 keeps AEEN. I think I would prefer Oat to slow the game down a little bit. Like with a tone, he's turned over so many tiles, but he's almost bringing the close of the game a little too fast and randomizing his rack a bit too much.
Yeah,
especially with the tile bag not being super great.
Yeah, like this is definitely a case where you want to slow the game down because every single play you make has the same outcomes. Like you're keeping a vowel heavy leave.
Yeah.
Into a not very pleasant tile pool. So if you can do that with 2 tiles, I'd rather do that with 2 tiles than 5 tiles or 3 tiles or whatever. So
yeah, exactly. That was a good time for Oat.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
To score, get rid of the AO and yeah.
So he's definitely punished for it. I mean, at this point, I think the game is pretty much over. Even if Josh didn't have QI, it was going to be
QI is.
troubling. But
you kind of want to leave the QI there if you're Kevin, because if you draw the QI yourself on your 5-tile draw, then you can score 68. So I really can't fault him for playing a tone. Now that I look at it,
there's also something to be said as Kevin has picked up blank here. There is something to be said for completely leaving the left side alone because you're down by enough that if Josh doesn't have
extreme
a good play,
volatility,
and just assume that Josh is going to play there no matter what, and maybe it's going to be a not very good play.
I know what you can do. You can play AE and AH and set up another triple word score at the bottom left, just to really make Josh's head explode.
Yeah. And you go for the old atone atop Fosier. Just go for the triple immediately.
Oh yeah. Oh man, we're getting somewhere. That's honestly not a bad play at all.
Yeah.
18 points, a tone in the triple. Yeah, shows how much it. Yeah, I actually think I like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess right. So I mean, the board isn't closed, but the bingo lanes that are there are also not especially threatening.
Yeah.
So that's actually a great case for a tone on that previous turn on the bottom right into space, because you just need some kind of big threatening.
Yeah.
Or you could even do like Evo at the top of the board, EVO for 6, or Avo, keeping a tone or a teen, AENT. What do you think of Avo? Or AVO with keeping the double E.
My only thought is you're essentially going to need a triple to catch up.
Yeah, so Avo is almost not big enough.
Yeah. So I kind of like a tone. A tone scores 18 and gives you a shot, the triple, or the big, huge play on the left side.
2 blanks unseen. Yeah, I dig it. You could even draw like a massive bingo overlapping on the left side or something. Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, and probably not going to come as a huge surprise. I know using Quackle as a proxy for win percentage, not so great, but that flavor of play, a tone, Eon, something over on the right side, does seem to be enjoyed by a sim. I wouldn't read into a sim at all here, but in case people do like to do that.
Eon under Fosier is pretty cool too, actually. Yeah. Keep the T.
Yeah. But a tone winning a sim, so I think it makes sense. Hard to play in the moment, though, for sure.
Yeah, Kevin gets the bingo down. It's only going to be a 74-pointer. So it doesn't even have his deficit. Actually, he needs to draw spectacularly from here to have a chance.
Yeah.
They're going to look that one up. That's I believe that's Collins Lexicon only. We did mention that Josh is a transfer. Actually, both of these players are transferees from the North American Lexicon.
Yeah, I was thinking Bradis here because it takes a D as a verb,
right?
And there's a lot of D's left.
Yeah, but if you could have Bidical and a +5,
that's true. Yeah. If you think you're going to get the +5, or maybe
I don't know.
Maybe
I don't think
Bidical,
he was expecting to get the +5.
Maybe Bidical takes a D. No, the +5 is always enjoyed.
Yes.
The C also like kind of in a good spot in terms of keeping the board pretty open.
Yeah, it makes it a little bit difficult to block.
Yeah. I think Bradis actually accomplishes that even better, but but still, +5 points. Who's going to say no to 5 points? Oh.
Yeah, so Josh is. I wonder if Josh is having any flashbacks to last game.
Yeah, right.
He's like, well, surely I can't possibly lose this game, right? Right.
And what did Kevin pick up? He picked up an absolutely
just what he needed to keep the game relevant. Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, I think Josh is still going to be safe at this one, but
right, he's down so far. Yeah,
and Josh has good tiles, and the tile pool, even if you take out what Kevin has, is pretty good.
Yeah, good scoring tiles. Yeah, especially it's funny that you can want different kinds of tiles at different points in the game, and again, when you're winning like this, you just want to score. You just want to get in a couple of good scoring plays, and then these medium point consonants are super helpful.
Yeah, and even just to play like Ready or something, Ready.
Ready is great here. Yeah. Blocks the E and the R for bingos, scores 26, plays 4 tiles.
Yeah. Of course, we know that Kevin has the B, so he can play Ready and bingo there, but like in any other, Deer, he's a better version of this anyway.
And he does Diodara one step further.
Yeah,
Diodara is
cool.
Pretty cool. It's thematic. It's just get this game over with as fast as possible, and maybe get me the last blank.
Yeah.
But mostly just get the game over with.
Yeah. The only fear with Diodara is not leaving a single vowel on your rack. I mean, he keeps the Y, so he'll probably be able to score.
Yeah, the Y is such an awesome letter to keep there because it's just going to score. You're so often just going to have a 30-point play.
Yeah.
Diodara is super precise.
Yeah.
Just really clean. Only leaves 7 tiles in the bag. It's just a really I can't say enough how nice that was.
Which if you can't leave 6 or fewer tiles in the bag here, at least if you leave 7 in the bag, you have perfect knowledge of what Kevin's rack is after he, I presume.
Right. There's theoretically room for 2 more bingos, but
he'll be able to address pretty much any threat. There's not going to be 2 threats on this board. Honestly, I don't even know how there's going to be one threat on this board.
But just kind of imagine I know we said the right play might be a tone, but think about the tone move. And imagine he just played 2 tiles on that turn.
Yeah.
And now imagine that there were 10 tiles left in the game versus 7. That's a huge difference, right?
Exactly.
That's kind of the benefit of slowing things down a little bit while you had the chance.
Yep, that's a good example of like why you consider doing that. Do you ever not bingo if you're Kevin here? I feel like you have to, right?
Just set up a triple instead.
Yeah.
If you can do it and score points, then why not? Bran, just play Bran for 27. The pool looks menacing.
Yeah, that's also so in many
you
ways.
You almost want a bingo now so you can draw the next bingo.
And hope that there's some, you could draw, I don't know, 5 tile overlap next to Diodara. It probably exists in the pool somewhere.
I dig subclans here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Opening the triple, and you just hope to bingo out on the right of Diodara, and
I
just
bet
make Josh hate his life.
I bet you there is some rack of the 14 unseen tiles where Kevin wins 100% after subclans, like some triple that also plays alongside Diodara. There has to be, like, the pool's so good.
Yeah, he's got a chance for sure.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons not to get too frustrated and hang your head is like you actually have a mathematical chance.
Yeah.
I think further into games than people realize.
Yeah.
But here was an interesting suggestion. BUT. I don't think it's going to be enough. Like even if you do bingo and you do a but, which is just a funny thing to say. But even if you do bingo and you hook but, you're just getting one big bingo. That's not enough to make up a 103-point deficit.
Yeah. Subnodal also noted is accomplishing a similar option.
Why don't I?
It's hard to see. It's with the D in Deodara, the second D in Deodara.
Oh, I see. And it even triples the beat. That's not horrible. But I actually think that lane to the right of Deodara that's the lane, the one, right? Yeah. So I think it's subclans set up the top and then draw right of Deodara. That seems like that's how you make it. That's how you steal this one, I think. Yeah, it's funny. Even in 2026, analyzing this stuff, I still don't think we have the perfect tools for the job because it's the sims are all optimized around point scoring, and it's actually, I've thought about this a lot, and maybe this is the year I'll finally implement it. I think the key in a trailing in a game where someone has a lead, I think the key variable is bingo optionality. It's like literally just the number of possible bingos, or maybe even something about like the distribution of bingos in space. I want to have as many distinct lines as possible.
Yeah.
And my job when I'm leading is to kill as many spots as possible.
Yeah.
And that's actually more important on any given turn than just optimizing for points. Maybe this is the year I finally quantify this stuff.
Yeah. Maybe. We'd like it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you have like a trophy job that I can work on, like paid streamer or something, or VTuber.
Man, subnodal almost makes things really interesting.
With actual tiles the way they are?
Yeah, almost, not quite, but
what has to happen?
Well, the rack that he's gonna pick up is ADELLOT, so it's like it's
pretty good.
Yeah, almost, but not quite.
Allotted with 3 L's, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Misspelling allotted is like a rite of passage.
A lotter.
Yeah.
ALLOTER. We've done
Totaler.
They all been there. Let's be real. Subclan's really nice. I mean, Kevin is elite bingo finding.
Yeah.
Breadth and blank bingo capacity, and this is a really nice find. Definitely gives him a chance.
Yeah.
Good on him for buckling down and finding his best option here.
Yeah. So Josh is probably going to be annoyed for a sec and then realize that he's, still good to win.
Did you see the Neumann? I didn't know. I didn't catch any. I think he knows he's in good shape here. I hope he knows he's in good shape.
Yeah.
Just don't hang a T. I mean, what could he do that would hang a T? If he plays Sprit through the R, the blank S and the R, for 24 points, then he's going to give a lotted up, and then he's going to lose. Please don't do that.
I think he's at that moment where he's like, oh, crud, like, I know there's 2 lanes open immediately. I need to track. And then as soon as he tracks, he's like, okay, I'm fine.
Yeah, exactly.
It's that moment when you're just like, oh, no, what it could be. Oh, he played some of the bad tiles.
Check subclans just to be sure. I mean, there's no reason not to. He's not at risk of getting outrun for points. So nice.
Yeah.
Huge fan of challenging.
Yeah.
In case, pretty much a guarantee I'm gonna rant about that once per stream. Just usually not. Okay, sometimes you challenge and you immediately lose. That time, that's when you shouldn't challenge. Most of the time, you should just challenge.
No, you really were the person who convinced me to challenge more often in 5-point challenge. I was very much like, oh, but it's 5 points.
But it's 5 points.
And then eventually you just realized, what percentage of games do I lose or win by fewer than 5 points? And I'm like, okay, right. It's really not that many, and I probably challenge more phonies off.
Right. Scrabble's hard, man.
Yeah.
People play fake words all the time.
Yeah.
Like totally unintentionally.
Yeah.
Even the best players, except for Nigel Richards, of course.
Yeah.
Josh.
And before someone says here nuts.
Right.
Molly. Someone's gonna say Molly.
That happened in the world Nigel Richards phonied in the world championship.
This is good. Pissy is good in Scrabble these days. I'm a little worried. I'm sure it probably is, but what if it's not? It should be, right?
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Surely. No. Right? Because that would be...
It is valid.
That would be a truly Hindenburg-esque means of losing
you just wonder for like half a second, like, well, what if he did? I think he would still win, but that would suck.
Would he still win?
I think
if he passes, does he win?
If he passes, let's see. Yes, he can still safely pass and still win.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
So Josh, if you're listening, consider passing for the memes.
No, man, we're never gonna top. We're never gonna top Drew hitting the board.
And by the way, I did go in when I was talking with him because what I wanted to check was, did he actually go over on time? And the answer is no. He hit the clock with 1 second left, and I guess it didn't register.
Record. Yeah. Good.
So they did agree that he did not go over on time.
Yeah, good sportsmanship there.
Yeah.
My opponent's trying to hit the clock. They're pretty finicky, especially the clock we use for this is actually a tablet.
Yeah. My favorite one of these was I was playing Rafi Stern, and he was like, I had the game won. It didn't matter. He went to he was about to go over on time, and he went to designate the blank, but he reached over, his pen went flying out of his hand, and he yeeted it he's like, no, and I'm like, dude, I just stopped the clock. I'm like, dude, you're fine. You clearly your intent was there.
Man, I wish people did that more often.
Yeah,
I probably complained about this one on stream, but the time that I knocked the tile bag over and I was ruled to overdraw by 8 tiles, and
I remember that.
My opponent got to specify my entire rack.
Yeah.
He's not a bad dude. I understand why he did it, but it's just give me the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah. I had one, actually, it was in New Orleans, where all I had to do was designate my blank and make my outplay and finish. And this was when we were just using the paper slips, and I go to get my pencil lead, and I have run out of lead in my pencil.
Oh, man,
and my clock is 10, 9, 8. I finally just stabbed the blank slip, and I went out with 1 second on my clock, and if I go over, I lose.
Well, you marked it for sure.
It. My opponent looked at me and was kind of just like, I wouldn't hold that against you, right? I'm like,
at least you didn't have to shed blood or something.
Yeah.
That's getting out of hand.
Yeah. But it was an opponent I didn't really know, and you never know.
Yeah.
I would never.
The rules are there because people in the abstract, there's just too many ways to profit if you don't do stuff by the book. But at the end of the day, it's such a community where all the top players know each other. I mean, we've basically just all grown up together to some extent. You know? So it's nice to see. That's how you get Ju on the board, is just good humor and spirit, and not taking individual losses or victories too seriously.
Yeah. Kevin's got dealt down here.
Yeah, looks good. All right, make a legal play, or don't.
Yeah.
Actually,
dealt, in fact, the correct endgame play. Pissy left a few points on the board, but dealt was correct.
And well done. Yep. Well, here's a game where Kevin Fraley drew both blanks and bingoed twice, and then promptly lost.
Yeah. And did end up with fewer minutes on his clock than Josh.
Yeah, so
who was down
after-
to 12 minutes after 5 turns.
Right after everything we said.
Yeah,
But yeah, it was a pretty cool, especially at the beginning of this game. That QI bomb just kind of demolished everything. But
Yeah.
it was there was no guarantee that was going to happen. It wasn't like Kevin made some kind of an oversight there. I think even leaving that as a chance for himself is very reasonable.
It felt like this move just gave me the game.
Hear what they have to say.
Not that you could have known. Yeah. To expect it. So overlap. Fuller overlap. What'd you keep? What'd you keep? Probably. Yeah, you're probably supposed to just cover more ground. I don't know. Maybe that's hindsight. You're always supposed to blow your lead a bit.
That's obviously the worst case scenario.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, well.
Yeah, all this was too little too late. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, I don't know. I mean, honestly, one of the better tiles to draw out of the bag would be a possible.
Yeah, so this kept a Y. I felt pretty secure at that point. Because if you play, there's 7 in the bag, so if you bingo, then I know what you have, and it should be fine. And if you bingo, it's going to be somewhere that clogs everything up.
Yeah, I mean, I really couldn't find something that would allow, even if I found something that, because bag, there's 7 in the bag. So
Yeah, if you have something that threatens a bingo,
I play something that leaves a line.
and possibly, there's possibly some bingo that threatens a bingo in 2 spots. But I felt really, really secure keeping the Y, because if you play you can play up to 5 here, and then I can always play here and set myself up and outscore you probably, and leave 1 in the bag. So that was my idea.
I didn't think that there was anything I could do as far as not bingoing and then somehow getting enough.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe you're supposed to try, but I think you probably made the right choice.
That usually it ends up that you end up not being.
Right, exactly. And so long term, you need the spread.
Should we formally sign off?
It might just be a flag.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Wow, and hey, you finally get to see your wonderful streamers on camera now. I'm Jesse. This is Conrad. Oh wait, sorry. Well, that's happened before. Someone called me Cesar yesterday. I'll protect their. I can see them right now, but I'll protect their identity. Anyway. Yeah, that's true. Anyway, this was a fun morning. Thank you all for sticking around. We're going to be back for 4 more games in the afternoon. To the best of my knowledge, it's going to be the wow lexicon, as far as I know. So we'll see you back in a little bit. I think they'll have the return time. And we look forward to seeing you before long.
Oh no, I'm here.
Yeah.
I was eating king cake. I ain't gonna lie.
Jesse's here. Jesse's out. We'll see you in a little bit here from New Orleans.
Oh man, I'm such a noob. Okay, yeah. See y'all after lunch.